Picture this. The hustle of the day fading as you glide a paddle through calm water.
Ah, nice.
Today, we're plunging into the story
Yeah.
of a spot that makes exactly that escape possible. Motor City Paddle Club Kayak Rentals.
Yeah, and what's interesting right off the bat is that this isn't just, another rental shop. We're looking at Motor City Paddle Club, a family-owned and operated business based right there at Weber Paddle Park on the Salt River. That's in Chesterfield Township, Michigan.
Right. And we've got some info from their YouTube, their website, other bits and pieces.
Exactly, and we're trying to give us and you a real sense of what makes them tick.
Precisely. And for you, our listener, the learner, our deep dive goal is, well, to go beyond just the Levigan services.
Right.
We want to really understand the drive, the vision behind Motor City Paddle Club and figure out what might make paddling with them a truly memorable experience.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's start by getting to know the people running it. The owners, Jason and Melissa Berenstein.
Yeah, it immediately says something when it's a husband and wife team, doesn't it? Often means a very personal touch.
Definitely.
Now, Jason's path here is, well, pretty compelling. He spent over a decade in law enforcement.
Wow, that's quite a shift.
Yeah.
And it seems like a pivotal moment came in 2023, right? Some kind of medical event.
Yeah, exactly. And that led him to discover kayaking, not just as a hobby, but as like a source of healing.
Finding a connection with nature through paddling. Sounds profound, actually.
It really does. It became this really important part of his life, that connection with the Salt River specifically.
And then you've got Melissa. Her background seems different again. Animals, national parks.
Right. An animal lover, national park enthusiast.
So it makes you wonder how these different backgrounds mesh together in the business.
Well, you'd think Jason's law enforcement experience probably brings a real focus on safety organization.
Absolutely. Crucial for kayak rentals. Maybe you see it in their procedures, like really thorough safety briefings.
That's a good point. We should look for that. Maybe their website or videos show that detail, that precision.
And Melissa, with her love for the outdoors and animals, maybe that translates into like a really welcoming vibe.
Yeah, and maybe a strong commitment to protecting the Salt River environment. Perhaps they have specific programs tied to that.
Could be. They definitely state their philosophy pretty clearly. Safety isn't optional. Everyone's invited, families, beginners, experienced folks.
And protecting the playground, the Salt River. Plus, fun is a serious business. I like that one.
Me too. It suggests they're dedicated to the experience, but, properly managed.
Totally. Now, digging a bit deeper, found some interesting little details about Jason and Melissa. Apparently, Jason has, amazing logistical skills.
Oh, getting people in and out of the kayak smoothly, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Super efficient. And Melissa, well, she seems to have a real knack for connecting with people.
Yeah.
We heard she actually remembers the names of the dogs that come along with their owners to the park.
No way. That's the kind of personal touch that really makes a difference. Makes you feel welcome.
Absolutely. It speaks volumes about their customer service approach. And it's not just rentals, they're really involved in the community, too.
Like what?
They organize the annual Salt River Sweep, a cleanup event.
Yeah.
And they donate to the Clinton River Watershed Council for every bag of trash collected.
That's fantastic.
Plus, they have this Paddle Pals program, pairing experienced paddlers with people who might need a bit more help on the water.
So it really paints a picture of a business that's, woven into the local community and environment.
Definitely. And their future plans are interesting, too. Jason wants to do a through paddle of the entire Clinton River system.
Wow. Ambitious. Shows his passion for the waterways.
And Melissa wants to publish a children's book about river wildlife featuring her foster pups.
Ah, that ties everything together beautifully. Her love for animals, the river.
It really feels like more than just a business for them, It's personal.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. Talk about the place itself, Weber Paddle Park and the Salt River.
Right. Weber Paddle Park in Chesterfield Township, Michigan. Sounds like it's set up pretty well for paddlers.
What kind of amenities are we talking?
Things like a fishing pier, a proper kayak launch area, picnic tables, shoreline access right to the Salt River, even a portable toilet. The basics are covered.
Okay, sounds convenient. And the Salt River itself, what's it like?
It's described as slow-moving. It winds through marshes, natural preserves.
Nice.
And eventually connects to Anchor Bay, which is part of Lake St. Clair. What's interesting is it's pretty shallow.
Shallow. How shallow?
Greatest depth is only about 6 feet, which probably makes it feel safer, more accessible, especially for, beginners.
Yeah, definitely less intimidating than a deep, fast river.
Oh, yeah. highlighted as a haven for wildlife. You might see herons, swans, turtles, different kinds of fish.
So it offers both that, like calm, tranquil paddle, and the chance for some nature spotting.
Exactly. A bit of peace, a bit of adventure, depending on what you're looking for.
Cool. So to experience this river, you need the right gear. Let's get into the fleet. What kind of watercraft do Motor City Paddle Club offer?
Well, what stands out is the variety. They seem to have really thought of different skill levels and preferences.
Not just one type of kayak for everyone. Good. Like, what do they have for beginners?
They specifically mention the Sun Dolphin 10.4 Explorer single kayak for beginners.
Okay, what makes that one good for newbies?
It's mainly the design. It's wider, has a flatter hull.
Stability.
Exactly. Much more stable on the water, less likely to tip, gives beginners confidence.
Makes total sense. You want stability when you're just getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
What about more experienced paddlers?
For them, there's the Feel Free Lure 13.5 V2. It's labeled as a premium single kayak.
Premium. So what's different?
Well, it's longer, more streamlined, better for covering distance, and it's set up for fishing.
Oh, fishing features. Like,
Yeah. It has a standing platform, which anglers love, and something called a unitrack system.
Unitrack.
Yeah, basically built-in rails where you can easily attach accessories. Rod holders, fish finders, cameras, without drilling holes.
Handy.
But worth noting, this premium one needs 24-hour advance booking, and you have to call them for it.
Okay, so plan ahead for that one. Geared towards a more specific use. What if you want to paddle with someone?
They've got the Lifetime Kokani Tandem Kayak. Perfect for couples, friends, families.
Does it have decent features? Comfort, storage?
Yeah, adjustable backrest for comfort, some storage hatches to keep stuff dry, and again, designed to be stable and easy to handle.
Good, good. So they've thought about pairs and groups. Is it just kayaks, though?
Nope. They also offer stand-up paddle boards, or SUPs.
Oh, okay. What kind?
The Sun Dolphin Sequest 10. And like the beginner kayak, it's designed for stability, wider deck, flatter hull.
Makes sense for SUPs, too.
And it's inflatable, which is more about convenience for the business, managing the fleet, but still, it's a stable board.
Right. Now, this next one sounded intriguing. The Go Boat Freedom 2.0. What is that?
Yeah, the Go Boat. It's kind of a hybrid, like a kayak mixed with a small electric motorboat.
So you can paddle it or motor it.
Exactly. You get the choice. Paddle for exercise, or use the motor to cruise, cover more ground, or just relax.
That sounds pretty cool. Great option for people who want a bit of help or want to explore further.
Definitely. And for a really traditional experience, they have canoes, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, the Coleman 16.5 canoe. Classic choice, you know? Stable, durable, good for families, bigger groups.
It really does sound like a well-rounded fleet. Something for almost everyone wanting to get on the Salt River.
Seems like it.
Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How do you actually rent from Motor City Paddle Club? Where are they? How do you book? What's the cost?
Right. So the location, again, is Weber Paddle Park. The address is 49239 Jefferson Ave, Chesterfield, MI 48047.
Got it. And booking.
Pretty straightforward. You can book online through their website, which is motorcitypaddleclub.com, or you can call or text them at 313-765-2925.
Online or phone text? Easy enough. What about their operating hours? When can you actually go?
Their main season starts April 19th, 2025, assuming the weather cooperates, obviously.
Of course.
They run Saturdays and Sundays, 10:00 a.m. to 7:00 p.m. But the last 1-hour rental goes out at 7:00 p.m.
Okay, so open quite late on weekends.
Weekdays. Weekdays are by appointment only, so you need to call them to arrange time if you want to go Monday through Friday.
Gotcha. Weekends are the main drop-in times. Weekdays need planning. Now, the important part. Pricing. What are the rates?
Okay, let's run through them. A single kayak is $20 per hour.
$20.
A tandem kayak is $30 per hour.
30 for two people.
The premium kayak, that Feel Free Lure, is $50 an hour. And remember, that needs the 24-hour advance call-in booking.
Right. 50 for the premium.
Stand-up paddle boards are $30 per hour.
Same as the tandem.
Canoes are $35 per hour. And the Go Boat, the motorized one, is $55 per hour.
Okay, so range from $20 up to $55 an hour, depending on what you choose. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, covers different budgets and needs.
So once you've booked, what's the process like when you actually show up at Weber Paddle Park?
They suggest getting there about 10 minutes early, especially if you didn't do the full check-in online.
Meet ID, right?
Yep. Bring a valid photo ID. You'll likely sign a waiver, pay if you haven't already. Standard stuff.
And equipment. What do you get?
You get your chosen watercraft kayak, SUP, whatever, a paddle, and a Coast Guard-approved life jacket. They'll help make sure the life jacket fits right.
Good. Safety first. And they brief you before you go out.
Absolutely. There's a safety briefing, covers basics of paddling, safety rules where you can paddle within the park area on the Salt River.
Good to know. Emphasizing safety right before launch and when you're done.
Just need to bring everything back by the end of your rental time. The very last launch is at 6 p.m., so everyone has to be back before dark, essentially. Staff help you get out and secure the gear.
It sounds smooth. And you mentioned they sell some stuff too, conveniences.
Yeah, they do. Snacks like peanuts, chips, jerky, kid snacks, cold drinks, Coke products, water.
Always need drinks.
And essentials you might forget, like sunscreen, waterproof phone cases, sunglasses, even towels.
Nice. It's like they've thought about what people might need last minute. So, stepping back a bit, it feels like Motor City Paddle Club is really trying to build more than just a rental place.
Yeah, definitely. There's a real emphasis on fostering a community around paddling.
Making it family-friendly, welcoming.
Exactly. Building connections between people who enjoy being on the water.
And they're into education too, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned online courses.
Yes. They offer online courses for kayaking, canoeing, SUPing, focusing on safety. And get this, their basic kayaking safety tips course is totally free.
Free. That's awesome. Great way to lower the barrier for people, build confidence before they even rent.
Totally agree. Shows a real commitment to making paddling safe and accessible.
And we already talked about the safety briefings, the well-kept gear.
Right. And tied into all that is their care for the environment. They promote responsible paddling.
And that partnership with the Clinton River Watershed Council.
Yeah, doing events like the Paddle and Clean Family Eco Day, a kayak fishing tournament, really investing in keeping the Salt River healthy.
So wrapping up our deep dive here, it seems clear Motor City Paddle Club Kayak Rentals is, well, more than just kayaks.
Much more. It's a chance to connect with nature, maybe learn something new, be part of a community.
All driven by the passion of the owners, Jason and Melissa Berenstein.
And for you, the learner, whether you want a quiet solo trip, a fun family day, or just a new adventure nearby.
Their setup seems to cater to a lot of different people and experience levels, from beginners to anglers.
The variety is definitely there.
So here's something to think about. How could a simple paddle on a local river, like the Salt River, offer you a surprising escape? A deeper connection, maybe?
What kind of adventure might just be waiting there in your own backyard?
This really leaves you considering, doesn't it? What natural spots are near you, waiting to be explored, maybe inspired by a place like Motor City Paddle Club?
Food for thought.
If you want to check out this adventure, head to MotorCityPaddleClub.com or give them a call or text at 313-765-2925 to book and learn more.